Sai Ram students, welcome to the second session of chapter 8, that is multiples and factors. So children, in the first session we saw what are factors, right? So what are factors? Factors are nothing but they are exactly divisible by a number and the remainder should be 0. Also we saw that for a factor, at least two factors are there for every number, right? That is the number 1 and the number itself. Only for the number 1 there is only one factor, right? Now children, today we will see what are multiples. A multiple of a number is the product obtained when the given number is multiplied by the same or any other number, right? So what are multiples? What we are going to do? Multiples are nothing but you are going to use the tables, right? Like 2's table, 3's table, 4's table, right? So let's take an example so that you will get a clear idea. Now here I have taken the example of 11. So what is a multiple? Multiple means you are going to write 11's table. That is 11 ones are 11. Then 11 twos are 22. So 11 threes are 33. So like this means 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66 and so on. So these are called as multiples of 11, right? 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66. These are all multiples of 11. Same way multiples of 9 means 9. 9 twos are 18, then 27, 9 fours are 36. So like this, the tables which are there, that are called as multiples. So I hope students you have understood exactly what are multiples, right? So let's move to the next part. There are some tests for divisibility, right? For number 2, number 5 and number 10, you can carry out some divisibility test, right? Because every time it is not possible for us to divide the number, right? You can see the number and directly you can tell whether it is divisible by 2 or divisible by 5 or divisible by 10. So what is the test for divisibility by 2? If there is 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8 in the units place, the number is a multiple of 2 or is exactly divisible by 2. So if any number is given, whether it may be a bigger number or a smaller number, you have to just see that in the units place, the number should be either 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. So if in the units place these numbers are there, that means it is divisible by 2, right? You need not divide it and see it. Directly you can recognize and you can tell, yes, this number is divisible by 2. Now suppose if I take the number 2314, right? Now you can see in the units place what is there? 4 is there. So 4 is there means 2314, it is divisible by 2. You need not carry out the division. Directly by seeing the units place, you can recognize that it is divisible by 2, right? So next is test for divisibility by 5. So any number with 5 or 0 in the units place is a multiple of 5 or it is divisible by 5. So for 5, it is whether it is divisible by 5. So what you are going to see in the units place, it should be either 0 or it should be either 5. So if I take the number 500, right? Now 500 means, so 0 is there in the units place, that means it is divisible by 5. Or you take the number 455. Now again 5 is there in the units place, that means it is divisible by 5. You need not carry out the division, right? So if in the units place it is 0 or 5, that means that number is divisible by 5. Next one is test for divisibility by 10. Any number that has 0 in the units place is a multiple of 10. So if you want to find out whether that number is divisible by 10, so what you are going to see in the units place, the number should be 0. So as I told you, now we have taken the example of 500, right? So 0 is there in the units place. That means it is divisible by 10. So it can be divisible by 5 also, because in 5 divisibility test also 0 is there in the units place, right? So you can say that this 500 number, it is divisible by 5 also, it is divisible by 10 also. So if any bigger number is there, you can recognize it without carrying out the division. So isn't it a good idea, children? So I hope you have understood the test for divisibility by 2, by 5 and by 10, right? So divisibility for 2 means in the units place the number should be 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, right? Then if it is for the divisibility test for 5, then in the units place it should be either 0 or 5, and for 10 in the units place it should be 0. So let's go to the next part. Yes, now it is problem set 33. So what is there? First one, write 5 3-digit numbers that are multiples of 2. So what you are going to do? You are going to write 5 3-digit numbers. So 3-digit numbers you have to write which are multiples of 2. Multiples of 2 means, as I told you, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. This should be there in the units place. So if I take the first number, now it is a 3-digit number. So what I will do, I will write 124, right? 4 is there in the units place, so it is divisible by 2. Now next number I will take, you can take any number, children. Only remember that in the units place it should be 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's not necessary that you have to write whatever numbers I am telling. Now I'll take it as 138, right? Then third number you can take it as, I'll make it as 100, right? So 0, 8, 4 is there in the units place. Next number I will take it as 216, right? And the fifth number, what will I take? 0, 2, 4. Now 2 is not there, so I'll take a number by 2. I will take it as 432, right? So now if you see, children, these are the 5 numbers which are a 3-digit number and they are multiple of 2. So directly you can see in the units place it is 4, 8, 0, 6 and 2. That means all these numbers, they are multiples of 2. They are divisible by 2. You need not carry out the division, right? So let's move to the second sum. Write 5 3-digit numbers that are multiples of 5. Now again you have to write 3-digit number. Like this you have to make 5 numbers that are multiples of 5. So what did I tell you? Multiples of 5 means in the units place it should be either 0 or it should be 5. So we'll take 200, okay? Next number, again children, you can take any number of your choice. It is not necessary that whatever numbers I am writing, only those are the multiples of 5, right? Only remember that in the units place it should be 0 or 5 and it should be a 3-digit number. Now next number I'll take as 315, okay? Then third number, what will I take? I will take it as 400, right? Then fourth one, fourth number, what we'll take? We'll take it as 450, right? 0 is there in the units place. Now fifth number, what will I take? I'll take 555, 555. Now if you can see in all the 5 numbers, children, first number 0 is in the units place, 5 is in the units place, 0 in the units place, 0 in the units place and 5 in the units place. So just remember this thing, right? So these are your 5 3-digit numbers that are multiples of 5. Now let's move to the next one. Third one is write 5 3-digit numbers that are multiples of 10. So what we had seen for multiples of 10, 0 should be in the units place. So we'll start. So in each and every number, whichever 5 numbers you are writing, last number should be 0. That is units place, it should be 0. So what I will take? I will write it as 100, 200, 300, 400, and fifth one I have taken as 500. So any numbers you can take, but it should be a 3-digit number, and in the units place it should be 0. Isn't it easy, children? So our second question is, write 5 numbers that are multiples of 2 as well as 3. So what we are going to do, children, first we'll write the table of 2 and then we will write the table of 3. So we are going to find out which are the common numbers in the table of 2 and table of 3. Like this we have to write 5 numbers. So let's start with the table of 2. So 2 ones are 2, then 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28 and 30, right? So I have written these many numbers. Similarly, now we will write the table of 3, right? 3 ones are 3, 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, 3 5s are 15, 3 6s are 18, 3 7s are 21, 3 8s are 24, 3 9s are 27, 3 10s are 30, right? So both the numbers tables we have written. Now we'll see which are the common numbers in table of 2 and table of 3. Now you can see 6. Yes, 6 is there in 2's table also. Okay, after that is the number 12. Yes, 12 number is also there in the table of 2. Now the next number is 18, right? So here also 18 is there. Now you see 20, 22, 24. So 24 is there over here. Yes, 24 is over here also. Then 26, 28 is not there. 30 is there. So you got the number 30, right? So what are the 5 numbers that are common in the multiple of 2 as well as 3? It is 6, then 12, 18, 24 and 30, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 numbers we have written. So 6, 12, 18, 24 and 30. These are the 5 numbers that are multiples of 2 as well as 3. Right, children? So let's move to the next one. A ribbon is 3 meters long. Can we cut it into 50 centimeter pieces and have nothing left over? Write the reason why or why not. So this is a word problem, children. So what we are going to do? What is the length of the ribbon? It is 3 meters, right? And we have to find out whether we can cut it into 50 centimeter pieces. Now if you can see, children, the unit what is given? One is meter and the other is centimeter, right? So first we'll have to make the units same. Either you have to make it centimeter means 3 meters we have to convert it into meter, so that convert it into centimeter, right? 3 meters we have to convert it into centimeter, so then only we can carry out this problem. So what we will do? First we will write length of the ribbon is what? 3 meters. As I told you, now 3 meters and we have to cut it into 50 centimeter pieces. So we have to convert meters into centimeter. So length of the pieces to be cut is 50 centimeter. So now 1 meter is equal to how many centimeter, children? 100 centimeter. So 3 meters is equal to 300 centimeter. So I hope students you have understood till this much. Since it is meters and we have to cut into 50 centimeter pieces, we are converting the 3 meters into centimeter. So 1 meter is 100 centimeter. So that's why 3 meters is equal to 300 centimeter. So now, 300 divided by 50. Now you will divide 300 by 50. So what will you do? You will write 300 and then divide by 50, right? Now 50, how much are 300? 5 6 is 30, right? So 50 6 is 300, right? So 0, 0, 0. Right? So what you will get the answer as 6 centimeter. Right? So 6 pieces of ribbon of 50 centimeter can be cut and nothing will be left over as the remainder is 0. So as I told you children, we divided 300 by 50. We got the answer as 6. So what we can do, 50 centimeter length, like this we can cut 6 pieces of ribbon and we got the remainder as 0. So no pieces will be left over. So I hope students you have understood this problem. Let's move to the next word problem. A ribbon is 3 meters long. I need 8 pieces of ribbon, each 40 centimeter long. How many centimeters shorter is the ribbon than the length I need? So again you can see here children, what is the length of the ribbon? It is 3 meters, right? But here in this sum, if you can see, they have given the pieces also. In the last problem, you had to find out the number of pieces. So here 8 pieces are given, but 8 pieces of how many centimeter it should be? 40 centimeter. So again what you will do, you have to convert 3 meters into centimeter. So what will you do? Again you will write length of the ribbon is 3 meters and 1 meter is equal to how many centimeter? 100 centimeter. So therefore 3 meters is equal to 300 centimeter. Right? Now number of pieces of ribbon of 40 centimeter length is equal to 8. Right? We have to cut 8 pieces of ribbon of the length 40 centimeter. So 40 into 8 is equal to 320 centimeter. Right? Now what you are going to do? This 320 minus 300 you are going to do. So what you get? 0 minus 0 is 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. 3 minus 3 is 0. So how much you got the answer? 20 centimeter. Right? So now the ribbon is 20 centimeters shorter than the length I need. Right? Because what was the length of the ribbon? It was 300 centimeter. And you have to cut the ribbons of how many centimeter? 40 centimeter length, like this 8 pieces. That means it becomes 320. So that's why we subtracted 320 minus 300. So the length of the ribbon is shorter than 20 centimeter. Right? So I hope students you have understood this word problem also. Now the next question is, if the number given in the table is divisible by the given divisor, put tick mark in the box. If it is not divisible by the divisor, put cross in the box. So this is the table. Divisor is given or the number is given, and then you can see in the column it is 2, 5 and 10. So I hope children you remember the test for divisibility 2, 5 and 10. So what is given over here? Now the number 15 is given. Now what was the test for divisibility of 2? That in the units place it should be 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Right? So this is not divisible by 2. So you will put a cross mark. Now what is the next divisible number? 5. Now what was the test for divisibility for 5? That in the units place it should be 0 or 5. So that means 15 is divisible by 5. Now for the 10. Now what was the test for divisibility for 10? It was that 0 should be in the units place. Now in the units place it is 5. So 15 is not divisible by 10. Right? Now next number is 30. Again you see 0 is there in the units place. So it is divisible by 2. For 5 also what was there? 0 should be there in the units place. So again it is divisible. Next for 10 what was the test? 0 should be in the units place. So again 10 is also divisible. Right? So 30 is divisible by 10. Now what is the next number? 34. So what is there in the units place? 4. Right? So 34 means 4 is divisible by 2. That means 34 is divisible by 2. Now for 5 and 10, what was there? 0 or 5, right? So here it is 4. So you will put a cross mark and cross mark. Now next number is 46. What is there in the units place? 6. So that means it is divisible by 2, right? But it is not divisible by 5 and not by 10, because for divisibility test for 5 and 10, it should be 0 in the units place, right? Now the next numbers are 55, 63, 70 and 84. Now again 5 is there in the units place. So 5, it is not divisible by 2. So you will put a cross mark. 5, it is divisible by 5. So you will put a tick mark. Again 0 is not there in the units place for the divisibility test for 10. So you will put a cross mark. Now next number is 63. Now 3 is there in the units place. That means it is not divisible by 2, not divisible by 5 and not divisible by 10 also. Next number is 70. So 0 is there in the units place. That means it is divisible by all the 3 numbers, by 2 also, by 5 also and by 10 also. And the last number is 84. So 84, what is there in the units place? 4. So 4 is divisible by 2, right? But 4, it is not divisible by 5. So you will put a cross mark. And 10 also you will put a cross mark, because for the divisibility test for 5 and 10, 0 should be in the units place. Right children? So I hope students you have understood the test for divisibility by 2, by 5 and by 10. And also you have understood the what are multiples. So multiples are nothing but they are the tables, right? For example, you can take 3's table, 3, 6, 9, 12. So like this you will be writing the table of 3, right? So that means it is a multiple. Then test for divisibility of 2 was that in the units place it should be either 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. And test for divisibility for 5 was that 0 or 5 should be in the units place. And the test for divisibility for 10 was that in the units place it should be 0, right? So with this we can we can directly write that even if a bigger number is given, we can write that it is divisible by 2 or by 5 or by 10. We need not carry out the division. So children, in the next session, we will learn about the prime and co-prime numbers. Right? Till then, goodbye.